So you made it to the marathon training tapering period. You might be wondering how you will be feeling during this tapering period. You might feel a sense of relief, or you might feel a sense of dread. Here are 8 hard truths of tapering for a marathon. So the first hard truth of tapering for a marathon is that you will most likely feel restless. You might be tempted to run more than you should, and you really need to resist the urge to do it. The next hard truth of tapering for a marathon is you will probably experience mood changes. There might be times where you feel a little bit grumpy because that is the way you cope with stress. You might feel a little depressed. You might feel excited because you just can't wait for the marathon. You might feel a little extremely anxious at times and have a lot of anxiety about how the race will go. You will have a mixture of emotions going through your head during this time period, and this is completely normal. So it will pass and the marathon will come and you will do great. Next hard truth of marathon training is you are going to probably feel anxious during this time period. You might be extremely anxious because it's your first marathon and you just don't know what to expect. You have a lot of anxiety over it, your race day plan, that sort of thing. You might feel anxious because you are putting less miles in, and that is just how you cope with your anxiety. So you're taking that away, so it's naturally going to make you feel like you're a little more antsy. Running is just a coping mechanism for a lot of runners, and that is how they deal with stress. So naturally reducing that mileage just makes you feel more anxious and have more anxiety. It's just completely normal, and this too shall pass. Another hard truth of tapering for a marathon is that you will probably experience muscle stiffness. Tapering is a recovery period, and as a result, your muscles are going to stiffen up. During this time, make sure you are stretching and foam rolling to help with muscle stiffness. Another hard truth of marathon tapering is that you will probably question many things. You might think to yourself, did I train enough? Will missing that one long run ruin my marathon? Could I have trained harder? These are the types of questions that runners will often ask themselves during the tapering period. Another hard truth of marathon tapering is that you could catch a cold. There's no doubt about it, but marathon training takes a lot out of your body. Marathon training lowers your immune system a little bit. So during this time period, it is important to make sure you get plenty of rest and eat nutrition-dense foods. Another hard truth about marathon tapering is that you might feel tired during this tapering period. You might just not feel recovered yet from all the training that you put in. That is the whole reason why there is a 3-week tapering period before the marathon, so that your body can recover and you feel rested before race day. Another hard truth about marathon tapering is that you will feel doubt during this time period. Comment doubt down below if you have ever felt doubt before an upcoming race. Doubts are very common during the tapering period, especially if this is your first marathon. You just don't know what to expect during your first marathon. Even if this isn't your first marathon, you still might have doubts. You might have doubts that you can complete your goal race pace, or even if you could have trained better. I encourage you to download the free Marathon Race Day checklist to make sure that you are prepared as possible before the race. It is in the description below.